world of viral sensations, stories often take a familiar, sometimes dark, turn. One day they're a flicker of brilliance on a billion screens, and the next, they've vanished into the digital ether. And lately, a lot of people are asking the same question, what really happened to Karolina Protsenko? You might be expecting a story of burnout, a tale of a child prodigy overwhelmed by the crushing weight of fame, or maybe a scandal that pulled the curtain back on a carefully crafted image. The internet is buzzing with whispers and theories, but the truth is far more interesting. It's a story of a calculated and massive career evolution that has turned a viral street performer into a global digital empire, and it changes everything. You thought you knew about her. There was no dramatic implosion. There was no retreat from the spotlight. Instead, there was a quiet, deliberate, and astonishingly successful transformation. To understand what's happening with Karolina Protsenko now, we have to go back to the beginning. Not just to the sun-drenched streets of Santa Monica, where the world first met her, but to a small family from Ukraine with a musical dream that would eventually echo across the globe. This isn't a story about what was lost. It's a story about what was built, piece by piece, note by note, into something no one could have predicted. Before the billions of views and television appearances, before she was one of the most famous violinists on the planet, Karolina Protsenko was a little girl born in Kyiv, Ukraine. On October 3, 2008, in the Protsenko household, music wasn't just a hobby. It was the air they breathed. Her parents, Nikolai and Ella, were accomplished musicians themselves. Her father, a guitarist, and her mother, a pianist. They weren't famous, but they were rich in a passion for music that they instilled in their daughter from her earliest moments. This upbringing was crucial. This wasn't a case of parents pushing a reluctant child into the spotlight. It was a family nurturing an undeniable, innate talent. Music was simply a part of their home's daily life, providing a powerful foundation of discipline and understanding that allowed Karolina's natural abilities to flourish at an unbelievable rate. In 2015, the Protsenko family made a life-altering decision, moving from Ukraine to Simi Valley, California. Karolina was just 6 years old. This move was the catalyst that would change everything, placing her right in the heart of the entertainment world. Shortly after they arrived, Karolina officially began her musical journey with formal violin lessons. Many who saw her effortless and joyful performances later on assumed she was entirely self-taught, a prodigy born with a violin in her hands. While her talent is undeniable, that assumption misses a key part of the story. She received professional, classical training from dedicated instructors, like her teacher Sam Fisher, who immediately recognized her potential. This classical training gave her the technical mastery to not just play songs, but to interpret them and pour her own soul into the notes. She wasn't just learning scales, she was building an arsenal of skills that would let her pick up complex pop songs by ear with astonishing speed. Her passion was insatiable. Beyond her lessons, Karolina sought out every opportunity to grow. From workshops and masterclasses to collaborations with other musicians, this wasn't a child being dragged to practice. This was a young artist hungry for knowledge. She was building a life in music, supported every step of the way by a family who understood the dedication it required. It was this unique combination of raw talent, rigorous training, and unwavering family support that created the perfect storm for what came next. The world had no idea, but it was about to meet a phenomenon. The year is 2017. A 9-year-old Karolina Protsenko found her first real stage, and it wasn't a grand concert hall. It was the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, bustling, open-air mall alive with the energy of tourists and street performers. It was here that her career truly began, not with a record deal, but with the simple act of opening her violin case and playing for the crowds. The decision to start busking was a mix of her own ambition and her parents' encouragement. Karolina saw friends with YouTube channels and wanted one too, and she also wanted to earn her own money. Her father, seeing a way to merge these two goals, created her YouTube channel and began filming her street performances. The image was instantly iconic, a small girl with a look of intense focus and pure joy. Her bow dancing across the strings, producing a sound so powerful it cut through the noise of the busy street. Strangers would stop in their tracks, mesmerized. They'd gather in crowds, phones held high, capturing the magic. She didn't just stand still. She danced and moved with the music, her energy infectious. Her parents filmed these moments, capturing the raw, authentic connection she made with her audience. They uploaded the videos to YouTube, and the internet did the rest. It started as a trickle, then became a flood. Videos of Karolina playing covers of massive pop hits like Despacito, Shape of You, and Dance Monkey went viral across YouTube and Facebook. One of her first truly explosive videos was a cover of My Heart Will Go On. There was no fancy production, just raw talent and pure emotion. That video struck a chord with millions. The view counts exploded, climbing from thousands into the millions, and then tens of millions. Comments poured in from all over the world, with people expressing their awe and deep emotional connection to her music. This was more than a novelty act. Audiences were captivated by her technical skill and her unique ability to infuse contemporary pop songs with the soulful elegance of a classical instrument. She was making songs people had heard 1,000 times feel brand new. The numbers became staggering. In just a few years, her fan base grew to over 10 million followers in more than 50 countries. Her videos soared past 1 billion, and then 2 billion collective views. The money she earned from generous onlookers went into a tip jar. The young artist told interviewers she was saving up for college and a puppy. This combination of prodigious talent and down-to-earth charm was irresistible. The little girl with the violin had gone from a local Santa Monica fixture to a global internet sensation, all without a record label. The world was watching, and Hollywood was starting to take notice. For any viral sensation, the real test is crossing the chasm from online curiosity to mainstream legitimacy. For Karolina, that moment arrived on May 3, 2019. At just 10 years old, she walked onto the stage of the Ellen DeGeneres Show, one of the most powerful platforms in daytime television. This wasn't just another performance, it was a coronation, walking out to thunderous applause. She launched into a dynamic performance of Post Malone's hit Sunflower. The studio audience was captivated. Here was the girl from their Facebook feeds, live and in person, radiating the same infectious energy. During her interview, she charmed everyone, talking about starting the violin at age 6, practicing for hours every day, and her love for busking. When asked what she was saving her money for, she again mentioned her dream of getting a puppy once her family had a house with a big backyard. Ellen, clearly impressed, surprised Karolina with 2 gifts, a custom vibrant blue violin case and a giant tip jar already stuffed with cash. The appearance was a massive success. It validated her talent on a national stage and introduced her to a demographic that might never have stumbled across her on YouTube. Her videos had already been viewed hundreds of millions of times. But the Ellen effect was about to amplify her fame exponentially. This appearance became a cornerstone of her narrative, proof that her talent was not a product of clever video editing but a genuine world-class skill. This national exposure opened a floodgate of new opportunities. In March 2022, she appeared on The Kelly Clarkson Show for a dream-come-true moment, performing a duet of the song Guardian with her idol, the world-renowned violinist Lindsey Stirling. Karolina had long admired Stirling, whose unique blend of violin, dance, and electronic music had inspired her to incorporate more movement into her own performances. The collaboration was electric, a symbolic passing of the torch. These appearances were strategic moves that cemented her image in the public eye. She was no longer just the girl who plays violin on the street. She was Karolina Protsenko, recognized artist who had shared the stage with superstars. This elevated her brand and laid the groundwork for the next phase of her career, a phase that would see her evolve from a solo performer into the CEO of a complex digital enterprise. But before we get into the massive digital empire she built, and the biggest evolution in her career yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The quiet moves she made next are the real reason everyone's asking what happened to Karolina. Protsenko. So, what really happened to Karolina Protsenko after that initial explosion of fame? This is where the story takes a sharp turn from the expected. In the fast-paced world of internet celebrity, people often assume that if you're not constantly on their feed, you've faded away. But for Karolina, the opposite was true. She didn't disappear, she diversified. She didn't burn out, she built an empire. The what happened reveal is this: there was no scandal, no retreat, no dramatic event. Instead, the Protsenko family, with Karolina at its center, executed a brilliant pivot. They moved from relying on unpredictable viral moments to creating a stable, multifaceted digital business. They took control of the brand and insulated Karolina from the whims of the internet by building a fortress of content. The cornerstone of this empire is her YouTube presence, which is far more than just one channel. She operates at least 3 distinct, highly active channels. First is the flagship, Karolina Protsenko, violin, This is the hub for her polished high-quality violin covers. With nearly 9 million subscribers, this channel remains the engine of her fame. Second is the Karolina Protsenko vlog channel. With close to 500,000 subscribers, it offers a personal, behind-the-scenes look into her life, Q&As, travel, diaries, and family adventures. This was a masterful move that transformed passive listeners into a dedicated community invested in her personal journey. Third, the family manages the Protsenko family channel, which showcases the musical talents of everyone, including her 2 younger brothers and her parents. This channel reinforces the wholesome, family-centric brand that is so central to her appeal and counters the toxic child star narrative by presenting a united, supportive family working together. This multi-channel strategy is a masterclass in modern media, but the empire extends beyond YouTube. Her social media presence is massive, with her Facebook page boasting close to 10 million followers, making it her largest single platform. Her Instagram has nearly 2 million followers, all managed under the same cohesive brand. Furthermore, she expanded her reach through strategic collaborations with other talented artists like America's Got Talent runner-up Angelica Hale and Italian saxophonist Daniele Vitali, with whom she has released collaborative music. Each partnership introduced her to a new audience and demonstrated her versatility. So when people ask what happened, the answer is that she went from an internet sensation to a media mogul. She and her family took the fame she earned on the streets and systematically converted it into a stable, long-term business. She didn't disappear from the spotlight. She took control of it. And this was all just the foundation for her next, and perhaps most important, evolution. While the business side of the Protsenko empire was expanding, another, more profound evolution was taking place. Karolina was maturing as an artist. The world knew her as the phenomenal violinist who played pop covers, but beneath that viral persona was a deeply committed, classically trained musician who was ready to show the world the full depth of her talent. This artistic growth marked a crucial shift from being a performer of other people's music to becoming a serious artist in her own right. For anyone who might have dismissed her as just an internet act, her recent work has been a powerful rebuttal. A key part of this evolution was a deliberate return to her classical roots. In November 2023, Karolina made her official orchestral debut with Orchestra Nova LA, moving her from the street corner to the formal concert stage. Just a few months later, in January 2024, she further solidified her classical credentials. Accompanied by pianist Xinya Huang, Karolina performed Mendelssohn's notoriously difficult violin concerto to open a masterclass for the prestigious Los Angeles Chamber Orchestra. This wasn't for YouTube views, it was for a discerning audience of classical musicians, and it made a clear statement about her technical prowess. But perhaps the most significant leap in her artistic journey is the one fans have been waiting for: the creation of original music. For years, her career was built on brilliant interpretations. Now, she is stepping into the role of a creator. In a February 2025 Q&A video, Karolina confirmed she is actively working on releasing her own music. She even shared a vlog titled, "My Day in the Studio Making Original Music," giving her audience a tantalizing glimpse into this next chapter. The move toward original music is the single most important step an artist can take to define their own voice and legacy. It's a transition from being an interpreter to being an author, a sign of a maturing artist ready to communicate her own ideas and emotions. This multi-pronged evolution, deepening her classical work, creating original music, and planning for international concerts, paints a picture of a young artist, methodically and intelligently building a career with true longevity. She is leveraging the massive platform she built through pop covers to finance and launch a more serious, personal, artistic phase. She is proving that she is not just a product of the internet, but a genuine, evolving artist with a clear vision for her future. Behind the art and music, there's a formidable business operation, and understanding it is key to understanding Karolina's enduring success. While many viral stars burn out, Karolina has built a stable and growing financial empire, with an estimated net worth around $1.50 to $2 million as of mid-2025. This isn't from a single lucky break, but from a carefully managed portfolio of income streams, all meticulously overseen by her family. The primary engine is, without a doubt, YouTube. With multiple channels attracting tens of millions of views per month, the ad revenue is substantial. Beyond ads, her music on streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music continues to rack up royalties. She also sells a series of successful cover albums and branded merchandise directly from her website. And then there are the live performances. Busking on the Santa Monica Promenade remains a direct and lucrative source of income, but she is now booking more formal concerts and private events, expanding her revenue streams even further. What makes this so remarkable is that it's all a tightly knit family business. Her parents, Nikolai and Ella, are at the helm. They are not just mum and dad. They are her managers, producers, videographers, and often her accompanying musicians. This family-centric model has provided a stable, protective environment, shielding her from the predatory side of the entertainment industry. This structure has allowed them to maintain complete creative and financial control. They can prioritize long-term artistic growth over short-term cash grabs, a strategy proven by her recent focus on classical and original music. The financial success, therefore, is the result of a shrewd and disciplined business strategy executed by her family. The family machine is the engine that powers the artist, ensuring Karolina has the resources and support to pursue her vision for decades to come. In our modern age of celebrity, the absence of drama is so unusual it can feel like a mystery. This is exactly the case with Karolina Protsenko. The question, what really happened to her, is often loaded with the expectation of a negative reveal. We've been conditioned by countless stories of child stars who fall into scandal, family strife, or the pressures of fame. So when a young artist like Karolina pulls back slightly from peak virality, the natural assumption is that something must be wrong. But the simple and perhaps radical truth is, there is no scandal. There are no substantiated rumors of controversy, no whispers of family exploitation, no tales of burnout. A thorough search of her history reveals a career progressing with remarkable stability and positivity. The story behind the scenes appears to be just as wholesome as the one she presents to the public. So why does the question persist? The answer lies in the nature of viral fame. The internet's attention span is brutally short. An artist can be everywhere one moment and seemingly gone the next, simply because the algorithm moved on. Karolina's disappearance from many feeds wasn't a retreat, but a natural leveling off of an unsustainable level of virality. She transitioned from a trending topic to a working professional musician, a normal, healthy career move that can look like a fall from grace through the distorted lens of social media. This public questioning often comes from a place of protective curiosity. Millions of people watched her grow up on their screens and feel a connection to her story. The only terrible event in her recent history was a car break-in, where thieves stole camera equipment and irreplaceable footage. Yet, her reaction, in a vlog about it, wasn't anger, but gratitude that her precious violin was unharmed. Karolina's story is a powerful counter-narrative to the troubled child star trope. The absence of scandal is, in itself, the most telling part of her story. It speaks to a well-managed career, a strong family foundation, and a young woman with a remarkable sense of purpose. The scandal is that there is no Scandalland in today's world. That might be the most shocking story of all. The journey of Karolina Protsenko is a story for our time, a roadmap for navigating viral fame and emerging stronger, more successful, and more in control than ever. The question, what really happened to Karolina Protsenko, has a simple answer that defies all the dramatic expectations. She grew up, and she grew into an artist. We traced her path from a musically gifted child in Ukraine to a family seeking a new life in America. We watched her transform a bustling promenade into her personal concert hall, captivating millions. We saw her conquer the internet, not by chasing trends, but through the timeless power of a girl and her violin. Her appearance on Ellen wasn't a peak, but a launching pad. From there, she didn't follow the typical celebrity playbook. Instead of fading, she built a fortress. Alongside her family, she constructed a diversified digital empire, creating a stable business that gave her total artistic freedom, and she used that freedom to evolve. She deepened her commitment to classical music, taking on complex concertos, and began the vital work of creating her own original music. There was no scandal, no burnout, no tragic downfall. The truth of what happened, too. Karolina Protsenko is a story of incredible talent meeting incredible strategy. It's a testament to a supportive family and a young woman who has chosen the path of longevity over fleeting fame. Her future is brighter than ever. With original music on the horizon and a skill that continues to mature, she stands as a powerful example of a new kind of star, one who is authentic, grounded, and the master of her own destiny. The little girl from Santa Monica didn't disappear. She just built herself a bigger stage, and the whole world is waiting to see what she does on it next. What do you think of Karolina's artistic evolution? And what kind of original music are you hoping to hear from her? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story and want more like it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.